No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in.
What's going on? What's going on? Turn me up. Up. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is David. I got my boy Tomo with me. What's going on, Tomo?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, man. You see, I had to bring the hoodie back out, man. You know, after that Pacers fan came on here and started keeping all that, spewing all that blasphemous stuff, you know. So we just got to tell them, keep that same energy when you lose to the Pistons.
He let you know, Ty. Keep that same energy. I gotta kind of sort of say that to some other people as well, but I'm gonna say that for the show. I ain't gonna say that right now, so I'm gonna let it keep going. But welcome. Today is the 15th. Today is Wednesday. It's usually our off day, but we decided to make some changes. We got some things going on. Some things is important, and I requested a certain topic, and you'll see what it is when we start going about it. But before we get started, like, subscribe, and share this. We are this close to being monetized. We appreciate all you guys for coming on here. So, we here, man. It's Wednesday. I'm on fire. I ate good. Came home, maybe some vegan chicken tacos. I know it's not real chicken, but y'all know what I mean when I say that. So I had some food. Then I got real hungry, so I made me another burger. So I'm feeling good, man. And it wasn't those Eagle tenders that you was talking about. I ain't get sick, so I ain't got to worry about that.
Man, Eagle tenders getting a lot of people sick. We're gonna talk about that too.
I made sure I stayed away from those so I wouldn't get sick.
Man.
But as you can see, it's just two of us today. Joe has to take care of home, so he's back. He's producing for us right now. So Joe, thank you. We appreciate you as always. My boy Dino, what's up, Dino? And light up that comment section. We definitely want more comments to keep going on. Y'all always making sure that y'all put them up, and it keeps us engaged with everything. So, Tomo, what I want you to do is just talk about the chats. I'm throwing a little bit of shots. I'm throwing the shots because Joe not on the show, so I got to do the shots for Joe since he's not on the show. So it's nothing personal. I'm just, I'm trying to help Joe out since he's not able to give out the message right now. I'm putting his energy out right now. So, but go ahead, do that for me, Tomo.
Hey, a lot of people gonna need some of that energy that you're putting out right now because it's getting ugly in these chats. NFL free agency started, so in the NFL chat, again, all these chats are on Instagram, but in that NFL chat, it's getting ugly, man. We getting these signings left and right, people leaving teams, cap spaces being moved. Then we got the NBA chat, NBA playoffs, MVP talks, like a lot of that stuff is heating up. So of course you want to be a part of that chat. College football. The college football season hasn't started yet, but it's on the way. But guess what month this is? Outside of Women's History Month, it's March Madness. So that college basketball chat, you definitely want to be in there and see if your bracket get busted on the first day. We got some people thinking Duke going to the Final Four. I'm not throwing those shots, but they might do. The Spartans not. Then it's also getting more heated because the MLB season is kicking off. So we got an MLB chat that you could be a part of. You still got signings there, and you also got spring camp kicking up. I don't know.
Yeah, World Baseball Classic just started, and USA beat the brakes off Canada the other night. So I'm just saying, we're doing pretty good.
Oi, mate, why would you do that? That's the Australian accent. I messed that up. Hey, sorry, Canada. And we got Tank. Tank Garcia. So you want to be a part of that boxing chat. We got some people thinking that Tank gonna take this first L. Some people thinking Garcia making excuses like, why would you take a fight and then all these stipulations? I'm not throwing it out there, but these are the things that happen in some of these chats. You want to be a part of these chats because right now March is like the hottest month in sports right now, and these chats are blowing up left and right. If you want to be a part of any of these chats, hit us up on TikTok and Instagram at Refuse to Lose. Just hit us up in the DMs, like, hey, I want to be a part of the NFL NBA chat. We'll add you to it. If you want to be a part of all of the chats, we'll add you to those as well. If you're on Twitter and you can't find us on Instagram because you just don't know how to type in, I'm not throwing no shots, but hey, we're on Twitter too at R2L Sports. Just hit us up in the DM and be like, hey, I want to be a part of the chat. If you're on Facebook, leave your name in the comment, or you can message us on the Refuse to Lose page. Just say, I want to be a part of the chat. We'll add you to it on Instagram. Remember, they are only on Instagram. We do not have them on Twitter or Facebook. Now that I'm thinking about it, we should start a Facebook page, but I'll talk about that off air. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be a part of it, let us know. Oh, if you're on YouTube as well, drop your name in the comments. If you don't want to drop your name in the comments, hit us up on one of those social media platforms and we'll add you to the chat.
Let's get it, man. And last but not least, enjoy the show. So first topic of the day is what I requested. So there have been some allegations against one of the greatest players of all time who's still currently playing, who is now the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. So there was a former UFC fighter named I can't pronounce his first name, Chael Sonnen. I think that if I'm saying it wrong, charge it to my head and I'm a heart. You know, I don't necessarily know who you are, honestly. He claims that not only that he has been taking steroids, but that LeBron James has the same drug guy. So he actually appeared. I'm gonna read this article. He appeared on a Flavor podcast with Andrew Schultz and spoke candidly about his own use of performance-enhancing drugs and opened up about its much more prevalent use in mainstream sports than people realize. He went on to name LeBron James and Tiger Woods as two sports icons who are allegedly using PEDs to give them a boost. He also claimed to have the same drug guy as the Lakers star to add credibility to his allegations. Now, I think it's crazy that someone waits this long to claim that LeBron James has been taking PEDs. He's been in the league for what, 20 years, 20 plus years?
Almost my whole life.
Pretty much the entire time we were watching basketball, LeBron James has been there.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he passes Kareem with the scoring points, and he's defying Father Time. We've never seen an athlete like this in basketball ever to play this long and still be at this high of a level. But now we hear that this guy, who I don't know who he is. I've watched UFC, but I've never heard of this guy. He said that LeBron is taking PEDs. Not just LeBron, but Tiger Woods, but we just talking about LeBron James. I just think it's a little crazy that you wait until now to say that LeBron James is taking PEDs. What I'm almost certain that the NBA has drug testing, and Dame has been tested after he done scored a lot of points. Donovan Mitchell got tested after he put up 71.
Like right after, too.
So you mean to tell me this has been going on? LeBron has been playing this great for so long and he ain't get tested yet? It don't make sense to me. It seems like somebody is just trying to become more relevant because nobody knows or cares who he is anymore. Like I said, I watch UFC. I know about John Jones. I know about all these other Conor McGregor. I know about all these other fighters, but this guy is he ain't that if he was good, I don't know who he is. Well, and all of a sudden he's coming out saying that LeBron James is taking PEDs. I feel like he's just trying to get his name back out there, and I don't believe him. I don't think that's the case. I believe something would have came out by now if LeBron was using PEDs. That's what I think. 20 plus years playing at this high level. I mean, I would have thought that someone would have did that after LeBron put up a triple-double in the freaking finals.
Look, when you 40 still playing, after he would have dunked in his first Lakers game after what this season, I'm like, hey, no, we gotta get you tested. Like, why you jumping higher than Jokic?
You wait until now to try to say this, but like I said, I think it's just relevancy and like Tay just said, defamation of character, suit loading. Hey, LeBron, I'm with you. You need somebody there. Let me know.
Hey, look, after I tried to defend you against Joe in that Jordan debate, you know I got your back, bro. They might not be that good, but when it comes to this one, I can probably help you out a little bit more. Because with PED, look, what is it? Hopkins missed the whole season because of it. So you can't tell me that the drug testing in sports is not that detailed, like very fine comb detail. Like they even got it to the point when you're doing drug testing and you drink too much water, it lets you know in the test that it was a water overload. So you can't get away with that. To me, I think because of the podcast that he was on, like I listen to it from time to time, and it's more of a comedian podcast, so they're just throwing banter back and forth. So he probably did throw it out there. Maybe he had a few drinks in the system. I'm not really throwing out too many excuses for the guy, but we all know what media does. When you're trying to sell something, there we go. Hey, that was good.
Okay, Joe.
That was good. Nah, so that's how you know we building something over here. But that was so good. You almost messed me up a little bit. But nah. When you're trying to sell something, you got to throw out some negative publicity. Sometimes you don't care who gets in the way of that media storm. And I think in this situation, that's what happened with him. Talking about him and LeBron got the same drug guy. Like, so you're saying because somebody that probably gave LeBron something, right? It could have been anything for a party. It could have been for a friend. You never know. But because they probably threw his name out there, you're just going to throw these allegations on him. Not fair at all. And also, if he was taking these performance enhancement drugs, he should have shared them with Anthony Davis because LeBron's been more healthy than Anthony Davis. And I'm just saying, if you're telling me that these increase your blood cells and it makes your endurance so you can play the game longer, come on now. There's been times we definitely seen LeBron actually look tired out there as well. So, hey, what's his name? Chanel Sonnen or however you pronounce your name. I don't want to botch it. Like, don't run down on us. But if it's fake, come out and say it's fake, bro. Because right now you're running a guy's career. Because that's a fact.
Exactly. Definitely increases eyebrow hair. I don't understand what was your motive in doing this. I really don't get it. Like I said, I think you're just trying to become relevant again. If you were ever relevant, like I said, I don't know who you are. So you're relevant to me. You know, not as a person, but as a UFC fighter. So yeah. I don't know who you are. But I also want to say, why hasn't this been talked about anywhere else, though? That's kind of what I want to know. Shannon Sharp, this your boy. I love you, Aunt, but you ain't talking about this on FS1.
Because to him, he probably like, if it's not real, I'm not going to talk about it. I still would have kind of brought it up, though.
I would have brought it up at least. I mean,
that's
I think
I've
only heard it in one other place, and that was the Player's Choice. That's the only other place I heard of that.
But you notice that the last time this happened, what happened the next day? Came out on ESPN.
Hey, so all I'm saying is it might come up tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah. And one more thing, though. If LeBron would take some type of performance enhancement drug, don't you think he would have did that for his hair?
Next topic. That's funny. Oh, yeah. I agree. I think that would have definitely made more sense, too. It makes sense. Tomo, this for you.
What?
This for you.
What we doing? Talking about one of the greatest teams?
Nah.
I said one of in football history. Yes.
Of all time. Okay. I'll give you that much respect. But Dallas made some moves, man. You should be happy. You know, you used to them not doing much in free agency. You know, you and Worm were upset last year. Y'all didn't really make no moves. This year, you went and got Trayvon Diggs some help. You went and got Stephon Gilmore. Now I know you killed him last year, but now he on your team. So I'm gonna start this off. I like the move. I don't like the Cowboys, but I like the move. I'll be honest. I don't like the moves. I don't like the Cowboys, but the move sounds good to me. Stephon Gilmore had a pretty good season last year, and he had a lot of people know that he had he got some surgery done on his meniscus last year before the season started. He played the whole season, played pretty well. So, Ace, you got Stephon Gilmore, and you got him cheap. It's not like you paid it. It's not like you gave him a first-round pick for him. You got him pretty cheap, and there you go. And not only that, you don't got to worry about Zeke no more.
Just let me know when it's my time to talk.
So I think it's a good move for y'all. Now, I don't think it's going to help a lot. I still think it all depends on what Dak does with the offense. Now that Kellen Moore's not there, you got Mike McCarthy calling the plays. So who knows what's going to happen? Are y'all going to go get another receiver to help out with CeeDee Lamb? Because you see how him being number one is not enough. You need to have someone else alongside him that's good enough and healthy enough to play all season. So I want to know what's the next move going to be. I definitely think it helps out your team defense. Your defense is already good though, so I don't think you really need much help there. So I mean, like I said, I like the move, but I want to see what y'all gonna do next. Hopefully, you don't do nothing. That way, we can beat y'all next season because we play on the regular season. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Look, Dave, I'm gonna say this, Dave. To me, I hit the snooze button on the off season. I hit the snooze button because as a Cowboy fan, the only breaking news that I was expecting to hear was Zeke being cut, which actually happened. And going off of last year, I hit the snooze button again, but they traded Amari Cooper, so that was big news. But as a Cowboy fan, you all know, and we can say it in unison, when the offseason comes, we're prepared to hear these words. We like our guys. That's all I was ready to hear. We like the guys that we have in here. And when you hear stuff like that, you're like, okay, so they're preparing for the draft. Anthony Brown about to get an extension, and we about to have to deal with this all over again. Meanwhile, you get breaking news. So, your phone goes off, and then you see the Dallas Cowboys have traded for Stephon. I was like, who? It was Gilmore. I'm not mad, but if it was Diggs, I'm telling y'all, we would have had to shut the program down. We'd have had to shut the program down because,
we'd have had to excuse you from the show for like a whole week.
Man, because like my man Worm said, bro, if we get a wide receiver in here, then that'll make things work. But that's just what some people are thinking. I think the next move we need to make, first of all, I do love the move because that second side of the field was getting chopped and screwed last year. It was just like teams was like, okay, we know Trayvon over there, but why would I throw the ball that way when I can just go over here and it's easy money every single time? We had like 4 or 5 people come in. We had Kelvin Joseph try. I mean, Anthony Brown got hurt. Deron Bland, he did his thing a little bit, but I think he's more of a slot cornerback. And he did his thing as a rookie. I think he had like 6 interceptions too. He almost was trying to compete with your boy out there in Seattle, but everybody that was under wraps. One thing I think Dallas really does need outside of a wide receiver is a defensive tackle. Like we've been getting secondary players to plug and play here. We've been getting some of our linebackers back, and of course we have Micah Parsons. Everyone knows about Micah Parsons, but he needs help. DeMarcus Lawrence is on the other side. But we've been the middle of our defense has been terrible. Like last season, we traded for Hankins, which was good. Like he helped slow down the run. But we need like an Albert Hainsworth type person, like a Calais Campbell, a guy that's out there, somebody that could just help with that front, with that defensive front.
Well, but I don't know about the Albert Hainsworth, but
I'm saying the stature wise.
You could have said Vince Wilfork. I would have been cool with that.
He was better, but when I think of Albert Hainsworth, I just need somebody to just clog up the middle. That's it. Like Vince Wilfork actually worked. Hainsworth just was there. Like that time he laid out on the field, but we're not gonna talk too much about that. But there's one thing that did go under the radar with this whole signing. Like everyone said, okay, now the Cowboys have another cornerback to pair with Trayvon Diggs, and now Trayvon Diggs is actually gonna have to put in work. And I said, wait a minute, what do you mean? They would just make it seem like my man was chopped liver over there. Of course, Trayvon Diggs does bite on the double moves, but I got a couple stats here for you. So Trayvon last year, when he went up against a couple of these number one receivers, you want to name a guy like Terry McLaurin. When he played him, he only allowed 15 yards. AJ Brown, when he actually lined up with him, he only allowed 11 yards. You want to name someone else? Justin Jefferson, 29 yards. And this was whenever he was solely checking that player. The last time he played Terry McLaurin, 0 yards, even though they cleaned us up in that game. So these are just a few guys in our division. So when people say Trayvon Diggs can't cover, I don't get it. Now you're going to have to pick your poison. Do you want to throw it on Stephon's side or do you want to throw it on Trayvon's side? It's going to get ugly out there. And another thing, everyone in the comments is saying it. Yes, this season is solely on Dak. It's all on Dak. It's boom or bust. So they either gotta get him one more weapon, or they're just gonna be like, look, make it happen, Captain. So Jerry, I like what you did there. Jerry and Steven, I like what you did there. I want to see what else you do. But for now, I'm happy.
So I got a question for you. I probably wasn't expecting this, but no, this is not a shot at the other team I'm asking this question about. So now that you have Stephon and Trayvon, do you think you got the best secondary in the division?
You got to say, but I don't trust our safeties as far as coverage. So I'm gonna say we probably, it's tough. I'm gonna say we tied for first. We're tied for first because when the Eagles had the best secondary, they had all around, like they had the full umbrella. Right now, we just got the outsides.
Yeah, they had the safeties and the corners and the nickel corners, so they definitely did.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're losing people right now. But that we got 2 seconds before we talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
This next segment is about a quarterback who has been in Green Bay for basically his entire career. And Tom, I think you said this. Sometimes your rivals become your idols. It seems like he didn't like Brett Favre for what he did while he was there when he got drafted. But now, all of a sudden, he's pretty much pulling the same move that he did.
Step by step.
Now, the only difference is he actually has a choice that he wants to go to the Jets, and they signing players that he requested them to sign. So all things are pointing to Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets. He intends to play for them. He said this on the Pat McAfee show. You know, that's his buddy, so he always makes sure he shows up on there, and that's where he brought the news at. He also told Adam Schefter, lose my number, my guy. You know, don't be hitting me up no more.
Pat
McAfee gonna know when I let Pat McAfee know, that's when you'll know. So, my reaction is, why do you want to go to this division? This is a tough division now.
Hold on,
you got the Dolphins.
Hold on. Miles Sanders just went to the Panthers, though. That's big news.
Ooh,
I know Jamal Williams went to the Saints too. Yeah, if y'all haven't noticed, we giving y'all the updates live in action on the ticker below.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. That's big news. Miles Sanders. So, Eagles, I'm sorry. It seems like y'all losing everybody.
You're done, son.
But, man.
Aaron Rodgers.
You got Alan Lazard over there. You got Garrett Wilson now. Mercedes Lewis. You're getting everybody you want to the Jets. Now they just have to work out some things, some compensation for you for it to be official for you to be asked to be there. But it looks like you're going to be with a better team. I mean, the defense is definitely better with the Jets. But now you got to deal with that media. And Aaron Rodgers, I don't think you've ever been really good friends with the media. So this is going to be I don't know about a challenge for you. You're a vet, Super Bowl champion, back-to-back MVP. So, I mean, you know how to handle yourself. But you're going to be – you thought you were on TV in Green Bay. You're gonna be on the news a lot more now. But you have some weapons now. You got Garrett, like I said, you got Garrett Wilson. You got the boy Breece Hall back there as the running back. You got a really good running back back there. He got injured in his rookie season, so he wasn't able to play all year. But you got my boy as the head coach. Mm-hmm. So you good there. And they also have your old offensive coordinator there, Nathaniel Hackett. He's your OC. So you got some things to work with the Jets. Now I just want to see exactly how it's going to work out with you and everyone else. Are you going to be, receptive to your receivers, to your team? Are you going to hold yourself accountable? That's my biggest thing to me. But I think this is a really good move as far as the Jets. But does this make you contenders in your division? I don't know. I'm not going to say I don't know. It does. You didn't look good last year, but you started to pick it up towards the end of the season. So I still think that you're a really good quarterback. But let's see exactly what's going to happen in that division because you got the Dolphins to worry about, you got the Patriots to worry about, you got the Bills, and it's you. So let's see who's going to win this division. You know, the Bills have won in the last 2 seasons. The Dolphins are right there. If Tua doesn't get concussed 3 times, so let's see what's going to happen. Although your boy Zach Wilson said that he's going to make you fight for the spot. He said he's going to make it a living. I think I can say this on the show. It's going to make it living hell for you. So let's see how this is going to work out. Tomo, what's your reaction?
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers started. that's it for real though. But Aaron Rodgers, you started this off by going into a dark place to figure out where you wanted to go. And then you ended up coming out of that dark place to only want to go to Gotham City because that's what most people refer to the Jets as. They said that's not the real New York. They call it Gotham City. That's the fake version of New York. That's where he's going. Some people, is the deal going to get done though? Like, I know he said he wants to go there, but they have to trade. They have to trade for some people, right? So in order for that to happen, what are the Jets going to give up to get Aaron Rodgers? Because right now, from what he said on Pat McAfee, it's just that's the stipulation that's holding the deal up. Hopefully it gets done by Friday. But what are the Jets willing to give up for Aaron Rodgers outside of what they could potentially give up for Lamar Jackson? Hopefully the deal does go through so Brett Favre can come back on TV and apologize for stealing people's money, but also to tell Aaron Rodgers, look, I told you wanted to be me. That's why I had you sitting on the bench behind me to learn how to play football. But I think sitting behind Brett Favre made him a better quarterback because he's seen all of interceptions and he learned what not to do. The team around him, if Aaron Rodgers, if this deal does go through, the team around him is good. They actually would be like one of the top 2 teams in that division. I'm taking shots at Josh Allen because I think the Jets will propel above them on paper, and I still have the Dolphins at number 1. Right now, the Patriots, they say they want to go out there and make some things happen. So for what you were saying, Dave, as far as competition-wise, I don't think they need to worry about the Patriots right now. The media thing, I do love what you said about that because for a guy who doesn't like to talk to the media or often has his moments with the media where he just seems like he's disengaged, you're in New York now. So you're going to have to talk every single time. Matter of fact, you might want to call Kyrie Irving and just so he can tell you what the media would do to you in New York. Like every little thing, you're going to be front news now. But Aaron Rodgers, man, your rival has really become your idol. Now, if this doesn't work with the Jets and you end up on the Minnesota Vikings, we really going to have something to talk about. But I want to throw one more thing out there for you, Dave. I heard this while I was, flipping through the TV channels, right? They said, what if Aaron Rodgers is doing all this so the Jets can sign all these players and he just got all his people paid? And then he said, you know what? I don't want to play football no more. Like, how would you feel about that?
Oh, that's definitely a Brett Favre move. That's the Brett Favre move all the way, man. That would be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I would laugh. I would feel sorry for Robert Saleh because now he got to deal with Zach Wilson. That's his only quarterback on the roster. Because Mike White gone. Mike White went to Dolphins, so you ain't got him no more. All you got is Zach Wilson. So you want Zach Wilson? I think Joe Flacco's still on the team. So you got Zach Wilson and Joe Flacco. And are you really going to go far with them two? I like Joe Flacco better than Zach Wilson, but Joe Flacco's not what he used to be. So
just imagine being in that quarterback room, though. Mm-hmm. Like, we got Super Bowl winner. You got Zach Wilson.
You got the number 2 overall pick.
Oh, man. I know Saul's ready, though.
Hey, get it ready. Now, your time to go to the Bay. We got to talk about the good old 49ers, baby. Now, let me get the bad stuff out the way first. We have been losing some players this offseason. Not going to lie. Jimmy Ward is gone. He went to the Texans. Jimmy Ward is gone. Jimmy Garoppolo's gone, but I'm actually happy about that. We lost Mike McGlinchey, who was our starting right tackle. He's gone now. Daniel Brunskill is also gone. was it Kerry Hyder? We lost a few players in this offseason. And I definitely wish all of them well. Aziz Al-Shaair is also gone. We lost some really good players, some players that was really good along that depth. And right now we have Javon Kinlaw on the trade block, so he should be gone. I mean, he's never been healthy, so I would be gone. Yep, Emmanuel Mosley is now gone. He was our number 2 corner, but he was also injured for the year. We still have Jason Verrett, who's an unrestricted free agent right now. So we still have some other free agents on our team that are there. But we signed a few players as well. The most recent one we signed, Khalil. Can't pronounce his first name, but Pharrell, the number one, who was the first round pick for the Raiders a few years ago. So that's some depth that we added on the defense, which is good. Then we also, sorry Eagles, but we stole somebody from you. He had 11 sacks last year. We got Javon Hargrave. Now our defense was already nasty. Now we added a D tackle that definitely helps out. Now he helped stop the run. He's a really good against the pass rush. You got him, Eric Armstead. You got Bosa there. So I don't see exactly how teams are going to be able to stop our front line now that we got Javon Hargrave. We gave him a 4-year, $84 million contract. He got paid and well deserved. I mean, he had 11 sacks last year. That D line has 70 sacks just among them, 85 all the way up into the Super Bowl, and they had none in the Super Bowl, but they had 85 up until then. That's a great defensive line that they had, and that they just lost one of those pieces. And yeah, the D from Clemson, I knew who he was. I can't remember his first name for some reason. So we got him. We also re-signed our safety to Sean Gibson. I'm definitely happy we did that. We still got him and Tyler Noah Hufanga back there. Of course, we still got Travarius Ward. But I also hear that we're on the phone with the agent of someone who just got cut by Philly. So Darius Slay, if you want to come to the Bay, then hey baby, come on down. Copyright reasons, that's not my song. I just referencing the song. But if we get Darius Slay, I mean, our defense is going to be even better. So we'll see how that goes. Hope that we able to make some more moves. I definitely think that we still have some room for improvement. We definitely need to continue to shore up that offensive line. But I like the moves that we did. I was definitely close to putting John Lynch in the doghouse, but he made some moves, so I don't have to worry about that. We still got the players that we need. We still got Kittle, still got Debo, still got Ayuk, still got Christian McCaffrey. I still think it's crazy we got Christian McCaffrey, but we still got him. And then we signed Sam Darnold to be our third string quarterback. So we needed that back there because everyone saw what happened in the playoffs last year with Josh Johnson and Brock Purdy, and we saw what happened when we had Trey Lance. We went through 4 quarterbacks last year, and we actually had to put in for a rule in order for that to happen. And Kevo, we got the money to sign him. So just don't be upset if he comes to the Bay. We've been freeing up money. Fred Warner just restructured his contract. So we freeing up money. We got the money, Kev. Just don't be upset. Just don't be upset if he comes to us. So I like the moves that we made. I still think we got more to do. We were actually there when OBJ was working out. We were one of the teams that was there along with the Chiefs. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm happy. I give it like a C+, B- right now, but I'm happy.
C+, B-. I like it. That first of all, don't address the Eagles fans right now. They still hurt. Talking about what is Kevo, his agent? Talking about how much money he gonna want wherever he go? No, he gonna go wherever the money takes him, right? And why not go to a place where the defense is like stout? Y'all was the number 1 defense last year. Mm-hmm. Teams barely scored over 20 points against you. You almost beat the Eagles if it wasn't for your quarterback going down, and then that offense exploded. So why not have another cornerback on the opposite side of what's my boy name? Ward, who learns how to get under people's skin, because him and DK Metcalf, they always go back and forth. But let's talk about that front. Come on, man. What are y'all copy and pasting? What is this? A copy paste thing with the Eagles? Y'all just like, let me go get big Hargrave and we gonna put him. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody like Hargrave, you put a Hargrave right in the middle, and then you got your pass rushers on the outside. Look at the dream. That's what I was saying more so about Dallas. You get somebody like that, then you could just let Nick Bosa run. Then you got Armstead, with them long arms. You're just gonna be running over people. Then you got your man Fred Warner, who Fred Warner. Look, I don't really like the 49ers that much, but after I seen that clip of Fred Warner talking to Brandon Graham, that's my favorite linebacker in the league outside of his play on the field, because you clearly can see that he puts the work in.
Hey, he a bullet, man.
Yeah, and the defense is stout. The Sam Darnold thing, I remember when y'all first signed Sam Darnold, you was like, look, man, I don't know why did we do this, but if you look at the quarterback history, you're going to need a Sam Darnold somewhere. Maybe you can stash him away on your practice squad when Trey Lance comes back, or maybe, some crazier things shake out and then you end up with a better quarterback, not Lamar, but just somebody better. You never know. So to me, I give you a B- right now because it's early. It could potentially be an A because you never know. They still got wide receivers out there. I mean, I know you said you got Debo and you got what's my boy name?
Ayuk.
And you still got Kittle. Kittle, you owe me a fantasy league. You owe me a fantasy league.
We re-signed Third and Juwan too, so we still got my boy Third and Juwan. So
yeah, but there's still moves to be made. But right now, I like everything that the 49ers are doing. I can't really give you guys too much props, but we have to play you all again, and hopefully we do not see you for the third time in the first round of the playoffs or second round. We want to see y'all like in the championship game. Bring that real nostalgic feeling back.
Well, as long as you got Dak, we don't know if that's possible.
I don't know why you saying that. That was an anomaly last year. Y'all gonna stop throwing shots at my man, okay?
Hey, I'm just saying we know it's Dak trap. So as long as you got that, I don't know how far you're gonna go. But
if
yeah,
you
like
want a quarterback that never had a losing season, call us.
I'm good. I'll pass. I want him to win in the postseason. He only has 2 postseason wins.
Dacky G, let's go.
But yeah, I'm happy, John Lynch. I appreciate you. Come on, make some more moves. I want to see what's going on. But now we got some business to talk about. One of our refuse to lose family members has been taking some losses this off season, and he got some words to say. So go ahead and bring AJ on. AJ, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Yeah. What's happening, y'all? What's going on?
It's actually one of this is probably my favorite Eagle fan in the chat. No disrespect to Blaze and Kevo, but he don't come with all the heat all the time. He's pretty honest about his team. So
yeah, man, I got to keep it real today, man. Today, oh man, today been a little painful. It's been a little painful to be real.
It's all good. It's all good. We gonna give you a chance to get your words. Matter of fact, this is your segment, so I'm gonna call it audible. Darius Slay has been cut. You lost Javon Hargrave. You've been losing a few players. Miles Sanders is gone now. What's going on with the Eagles, man? Y'all signed all these players last year, got to the Super Bowl. Now it seems like you're losing everybody. Y'all had all this money to sign people last year, and then by the time after the Super Bowl, you were over the cap, 1.2 million. Now you're cutting everybody. What's going on? What's going on with Howie, man?
Okay, I see that comment. I'm not overreacting, bro. I'm not overreacting. Slay, this is the thing about Slay. Slay, one of my favorite players. Like, he's just one of my favorite guys. I've been a fan of him since he was in Detroit. So if y'all seen my earlier post, I was talking about like bringing him in before we even got him. Like, we need to go get Darius Slay. I think I brought up like Trufant and some other corner at the time because we needed cornerback help. But to be 100%, like that's the only loss so far that's really hurt me like that. A lot of the other pieces that have left from free agency was kind of expected, to be honest. Hargrave, we knew he was going to get a bag that we couldn't afford. I thought Bradbury was going to be gone. I was shocked that we was able to bring him back. I was a little shocked that TJ Edwards too, to be 100. But, Miles Sanders and a couple of other guys that we lost kind of expected. We knew we couldn't bring everybody back. It's just about bringing back the core guys. The offense is already intact. The defensive line now with, bringing back BG and Fletch is pretty much intact. We still got, Hassan. We still got Sweat. So the D-line is pretty much intact. It's really about the secondary. And so that's why I'm looking like, okay, we brought back Bradbury. I'm cool with that. But with Bradbury, I need Slay or I need another elite corner on the opposite side because I like Brad, but I'm not sure if Brad really ready to be a CB1 again. I'm not. I think he benefited from having Slay on the opposite side, taking away the best receiver. You know, he ain't had to see a Justin Jefferson or, you know, guys of that caliber really all season, at least not that often. And so you got to bring back CJ. Got to bring back CJ now. If Darius Slay is gone, that's a must. It's a non-negotiable. But like for the most part, I think, you know, besides Darius Slay, I feel like everybody is kind of overreacting, man. A lot of the team, the core is still intact. The core is still intact. It's a lot of players that, you know, anytime you go to a Super Bowl, you're going to lose some coordinators, you're going to lose some players. It happens. They saying Slay might not actually be gone yet. They say it's just a little glimmer of hope in there. You know, I'm hanging on to it. I'm hanging on to a little bit of hope I have. But speaking on, you know, if he is gone, man, you got to have a plan in place. And I'm tired of Eagles fans talking like, yeah, you're just going to get a cornerback with the 10th pick in the draft. Like, we know Howie Roseman. It's not a guarantee. Howie Roseman liked the offensive line. He liked the defensive line. So he might not get a corner with the 10th pick. He might wait to 30, and then 30 might come, and, you know, the Joey Porters and the Gonzaleses and the Witherspoons probably ain't going to be there. So then who you going to grab then? I want somebody elite. If you getting rid of Slay, you need somebody elite. We got the hardest schedule in the league this year, man. We ain't got time to be messing around. So that's just how I see it, man. But, like, losing Slay as a fan of the Eagles and as a fan of Slay, a little painful, man. I ain't gonna lie, a little painful.
Tom, I'm gonna let you go ahead. This is your division. I want to hear what you got to say about this.
My man came on here and spit some facts. Finally, somebody said something that made sense. Because Kev was in there tripping. You don't re-sign Bradbury and let Slay walk. Like, I understand the scheme. I understand what you're saying about the scheme and all this about zone corners, but this, that, and the third. But everybody, and I told you all last year, Bradbury benefited. And you clearly see he benefited from having Slay on that other side. And, of course, you all was running a zone scheme, but did Slay decrease? Did his play decrease? I don't see his play declining at all. I didn't see it. But meanwhile, your man is slow dancing in the Super Bowl and earned an extension. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, though, the offense is intact. Your defensive line, like some people were saying that you all need a Hargrave back, but if you think about it, you all were already drafting the replacements. Like you got was Big Jordan, and then you still got your man over there with the 11, 13, 14, 15. Do I got to keep counting? Number 7, who had all the sacks. Then you still got then Fletcher Cox came back. Then you still got Brandon Graham. You know, it's a personal thing. It's a personal thing with me and Brandon Graham, but y'all still got him. And I think if y'all get some solid linebackers, then you'll be decent. But right. I still don't. The Slay move, I still didn't get it. Like I understand the cap casualty part of it, but if you didn't sign Bradbury, then I would understand the cap casualty part. Like you gotta just let Bradbury walk, but you signed him, and that's the part that gets me.
I mean, I get from the standpoint of like you got to have at least one of them. Like I'm not cool with letting them both go. Bradbury, again, he benefited from Slay, in my personal opinion, because we saw he had a down season before he got signed by us. Everybody was saying he was going to be a bust of a signing because he had a terrible year the year before with the Giants as the number 1 corner. And so, you know, playing alongside Slay, again, taking away the best option, he benefited. But he did make All-Pro, though. So he was elite in his role. So I do understand if you're going to let Slay go, then you can't let Bradbury go. Like that can't happen. You got to keep at least one of them. As far as the money is concerned, like, I mean, I kind of knew something was going to shake because from what I'm seeing, the reports are saying Darius Slay was a $25 million or $26 million cap hit this year. That's steep. So I was hoping that he would just restructure, but then I'm hearing he want more money, and I'm like, Slay, like, bro, you don't see what's going on. Like, my thing is this, bro. He was in Detroit for the first half of his career. You got paid. You got paid in Detroit. You got to Philly. You got paid in Philly. How much more bread do you want, bro? Like, you trying to win or you trying to lose? Which one? Now, if he get cut and he go to Baltimore, like they saying, or he goes to another team outside of the division where he winning and you getting paid, all right, bro, you got it. I can't say nothing about it. But don't leave Philly and then go to the Texans or go to like, you know what I'm saying? Go to some team where you not go to.
You got to respect my boy with the Texans. Hold on, man.
I you got to respect the Texans.
They gonna be great, but come on, man. My boy Jimmy Ward over there. They got my coach over there now. Hold on, you gotta.
They got some pieces. they got some pieces, but they in the AFC. Number one, it's gonna be tough competing in that AFC. And number two, like it's still the Texans. Like they got pieces. Their defense gonna be better. They're gonna be a better overall team. They probably gonna go from I don't know how many wins they had this past season. They probably gonna get up to maybe 6, maybe 5. But like there is slate on that team and not gonna make that much of a difference, in my opinion. And other teams where you're just not gonna win. So my thing is like, I know I can see both sides. I can see Slay being like, look, I had one of the best years statistically in my career. I want to get paid. I can see Howie Roseman looking like, bro, we got to keep as many of these guys as we can. We can't afford to pay you no big bag. So you can kind of see both sides. But I trust Howie, man. Howie he gonna make some shake, hopefully. Again, what's the plan? If you're not bringing Slay back, bro, you got to replace him with some elite talent. Don't put Boo Boo the Fool out there. Don't have me and you out there at corner with the toughest schedule in the league. We gonna get torched, bruh. Now
don't have me out there. I got a bad knee. Yeah,
me too.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if I'm out there, me and Bradbury gonna be holding, so y'all ain't gotta worry about that.
No, for real. I trust our offense. I think our offense is gonna still be what it is. Jalen Hurts, he gonna get an extension at some point. And like I said, we ain't lose no offensive pieces like that. So I feel like our offense is going to be solid again. But like in order to win, you need your defense to be able to make stops. And you can't just bank on, I seen a lot of people saying too, we just saw Kansas City win the Super Bowl with a bunch of rookies in the secondary. Everybody not Kansas City though. Everybody not Patrick Mahomes with Andy Reid. Like and them rookies, they made plays in the playoffs. That's not going to happen for everybody. They needed 38 points, and Jalen gave them a touchdown, but they needed 38 points in the Super Bowl to win. So, like, because that defense gave up 35 points, like it's not something that's gonna work for every team. So, I would like to keep as many vets as possible. Yes, get young, but like, keep your best corner, man. Keep your best corner. I'm hot. That's my boy. I'm hot, man.
No, I agree. I would think that you would restructure someone else's contract to try to make sure you keep Slay. That's your best corner. Yes, he feels like this. Yes, we made it to the Super Bowl, but I was also All Pro. I deserve to be paid like an All Pro. I shouldn't have to restructure my contract in order for that to happen. But you have other players that are All Pros that restructure their contracts, i.e. Fred Warner. Fred Warner restructured his contract so we could be able to make more plays. That's why we was able to get Javon Hargrave. And we are able to make other moves because we have players that are committed to the team. We've gotten to the Super Bowl, but we actually want to get there and win. We're just a few plays away, a quarterback away from being able to do what we need to do. And that we've had all these injuries. We still need offensive line. So there are other moves to be made. So yeah, your offense is intact. You don't have to worry about your offense. I believe y'all just trying to have Rashad Penny, so y'all don't have to worry about Miles Sanders. So y'all pretty much good as far as your offense. Now it's just about your defense now because CJ Gardner-Johnson is still out there. We don't know if he's going to resign or not. Yes, he's still in negotiations, but you may lose him and Slay. You lose him and Slay, and now what's going to happen? You got Epps back there.
What? I can tell you what's going to happen, Dave.
Epps is gone too.
I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, Dave. No, this is what's going to happen if they don't get CJ back. Dak going to win another 2 games. That's what's going to happen, Dave. They can go ahead and chalk that up. Dak gonna have a field day with that secondary, and we ain't even got no receivers.
We need our defense to get home, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because Dak he got our number, bro. I gotta give credit where it's due. Dak be having our number now. He might not have nobody else's number in the playoffs, but he got our number in the regular season. So I give it to him. And y'all went and got Gilmore. That pickup was nice.
See, so this is why I love the division, because we can give and take with the jabs. Because what I was gonna say was I like how we played that move. That was a chess move. He said, "I'm gonna call Dallas and see if they want Slay." The next thing you know, he said, "Oh, they got Gilmore. Hey, Slay, you're done, son." He could have just made the deal. He could have just did that.
He could have just made that. Hey, Howie, all I gotta say is you don't make another move. My guy, you in the doghouse. Hey, I'm just saying, you don't make no other move. You might be up in there, hey, and Kev, you might be up in there too, because you were saying that y'all had all this money, y'all was going to resign all them players, and y'all didn't resign all these players. So let's see what's going to happen.
And also,
go ahead.
Before we get out of here, I just want to tell my Eagles fans, right? Look, this group, they're from Philadelphia too. Boys to Men. Y'all could go ahead and play that because it's the end of the road, and I'm gonna show this video. Although we've come to the end of the road. That's all I got for you.
Oh, man. I gotta let you have your moment, man. I gotta let you have
Hey,
your
Zeke
moment.
got cut today, man. It's getting ugly in the division. The Giants getting tight ends. The Commanders finally got an offense coordinator. They think they going to the Super Bowls. We in this together, man.
Hey, before we head out, one thing that you was always like hell-bent on mentioning every time we talked Eagles and Cowboys is you felt like y'all had the best quarterback in the division. Times have changed, my boy. So no matter what,
it's another one there.
We got Jalen Hurts. So I'm still, feeling good. I'm still feeling good, but I do admit we gotta shore up this defense, this secondary. I'll admit.
Another one. You talking about you talking about Daniel Jones?
Hey, Dave, get off the show. You in the doghouse. Danny Dimes?
You say it's another one there?
Come on, Dak and Jalen Hurts. We are not Danny Dimes.
All right, hey, I'm just asking. I'm just asking the question. I knew you had. I knew about Dak, and you said another one, so I was thinking you saying the third one. I mean, Daniel Jones did just get paid, so that's what I thought you was talking about.
I'll say third.
Everybody in the division happy Danny got his money. Everybody.
Saquon.
I know. Saquon might be the only one that's not, but who knows? Well, AJ, we appreciate you, man. You got any last words? Go ahead and have your last words, my guy.
Not like I said, man. How he gonna figure it out? I know it's. I didn't want to have no little pity party because we might be losing Slay, but I trust Howie Roseman. He one of the best GMs in the game. We still number one in the NFC as it stands. Still number one in the NFC East as it stands. And until somebody knock us off, man, I ain't gonna trip too much. Them Lakers though, they creeping up. I got something to say to y'all now. Last show I ain't had nothing to say. Now I got something to say. I like the moves that y'all made. Y'all gonna slide into the like to be don't play that stuff. But no, we doing our thing, man. We look like we gonna slide into this playoffs. Hopefully get Bron back, and then with these shooters, with a healthy AD and LeBron, sky's the limit, man. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah. A healthy AD is a little questionable, but I feel you.
That's true.
Honestly, I'll say this though: with the team y'all got now, if it's plug and play, I like D'Lo, and if AD want to act like he don't want to be there and LeBron is there, I think they can keep the ball rolling.
Hey, D'Lo a baller. I've always liked D'Lo. D'Lo a baller. He always been a baller. He just didn't belong in Minnesota. Minnesota's just Minnesota. They don't know. I think Anthony Edwards may need to go because I don't think they're gonna go too far. But
man, if Anthony, I stay out here. If Ant go, man, they're gonna burn the city down. They'll burn the city down if Ant go.
They got Rudy and Cat. They'll be all right.
Hey, Joe, where you at, bro?
All right, man.
Well, AJ, we appreciate you, man. Have a good one, my guy.
All right, y'all too.
Now, we have come to what everyone has been waiting for. This week's Doghouse. Go ahead and give me my give me my single camera. I need everybody to listen in. This week's Doghouse person is someone who's been in MVP conversations. He has one of the best teams in the West. But for some reason, when he played against the Spurs, he got cooked. And then they wound up losing against the Toronto Raptors. J-Mo, you might love this Doghouse. This might be your favorite one for the week. But Nikola Jokic, my guy, you in the Doghouse. What you doing, man? You averaging the triple-double right now. I understand that Jamal Murray just went down, but you can't be losing games to the Toronto Raptors and the San Antonio Spurs, and you the number one team in the West? What you doing? You number one, not number 6, not number 8, not 5, not 4, not 3, not 2. You won. You are the number one team in the West right now. And you're losing games when you're supposed to be winning not a back-to-back, but a back-to-back-to-back MVP. We just had a segment a couple shows ago about between you and Joel Embiid. And right now you're leading the MVP race, but it seems like you just don't care about it. We already know that you don't do too much in the playoffs, so you got something to show. We saw what happened with Giannis when Giannis won. When Giannis had won when he won the MVP, but then he got a gentleman sweep to us in the bubble. He hasn't gotten it since. You got to do something in the playoffs, and Jokic, and you got to do something now. Your defense got to step up, my guy. You can't be a great offensive player and you getting cooked on defense every single time. The pressure on you. Everyone's expecting you to win MVP because you're averaging triple-double. You're a big man. This is the first time this has happened in NBA history. You're averaging a triple-double. That's nothing to sniff at. And you've seen the argument that happened on ESPN between Kendrick Perkins. That's why he in the doghouse, because he tried to say that the only reason why you getting MVP talks because you're white. We know that's not the case, but, I mean, you ain't making it no better right now by not playing no defense.
Bruh.
You better do something, or you're going to end up in this thing. You already here. You better do something, or you're going to stay here for the rest of the season. And don't get bounced in the playoffs. To me, you got to at least make the Western Conference Finals. You got to at least do that. So do something, Jokic. Play some better defense, and you better start winning these games against these teams you should be beating. You shouldn't be losing to the Spurs, and you shouldn't be losing to the Toronto Raptors. Number one team in the West. I understand Jamal Murray was out, but come on now. Your team is good enough to win these games. You're the best player. Play better. Stop getting cooked. My guy, you in the doghouse.
Jamal Murray played last night when they lost to the Raptors. He was there. Now, I find it funny that you put Kendrick Perkins in the doghouse last week, and now you got you got the Joker there. So now they just both in the doghouse, and they can actually talk it out. So he can actually Perkins had that conversation that JJ Redick said he wasn't having. Like now he could literally ask the man, "Are you Pat Staten?" Look, they got Detroit, and then they got the Knicks, then they got Brooklyn, and of course they got Washington. How many games are you giving until he can get out the doghouse?
He got into that Washington game.
Okay, so if they lose to the Pistons, he might as well go ahead and get a sleeping bag and a pillow.
Hey, I might add him to your done, son. I might add him to your done. Son. Don't lose to the Pistons. I understand they've been playing better, but come on now, this is when it counts. This is pretty much playoff basketball right now. You're leading the MVP race, but Giannis is coming up, and so is Joel Embiid. They play defense. We know those two play defense.
Well, Giannis played defense on the court. He didn't play defense when Brook Lopez had his hands around that boy's neck.
That's true. He
was a referee then. He tried to walk away.
Hey, I could give you that much. We know you're gonna put up a fight. I remember what you did against my guy in Miami. I remember that. So I know you're gonna put up a fight. However, we talking about putting up a fight on defense. You can't be the best player and you slouching like this on defense. You leading MVP right now, but you could definitely lose it. Remember when Joel Embiid was playing good, but he had that bad stretch and you won it? Don't have that bad stretch. You better stretch and play defense. That's what you better do.
Meanwhile, Father might need to stretch his hands because Embiid is over there in Philly just dominating game after game after game, and he walking you down. Like how people want to talk about in the chat, what they say, we coming. Or what Deion say when he got to Colorado, we coming. And I'm bringing my luggage.
Or as J-Mo like to say, MVP.
Hey, step it up, son.
Do something, man. Or you're going to stay in the doghouse. Now, you're probably the best person in the doghouse that can probably make it out. So you got a great chance. But it ain't looking good right now.
Pat Riley still there?
Yeah, Pat Riley still there. Why would he not be?
Oh, man, y'all got Kevin Love.
I don't care. We've been losing.
My bad day.
Bruh.
It's all good. We won 3 of our last 4 games. I get that, but we need a winning streak, not a 2-game winning streak. We need like 4 or 5, a stretch of 4 or 5 games where we win. Like all these up and downs, I'm not with that. But right now we talking about Jokic. So Jokic, you got a chance. Pat Riley, you got to you in the doghouse till next season. When you do something next season, you'll get out. But right now, Jokic, you in the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse.
Can I add a person to the doghouse before we get out of here?
Oh, by all means, do your thing, sir.
Right. I want to add my Wizards fandom to the doghouse because after a few moments I had in the chat yesterday, I had to realize that, look, I'm too down on my team and I need to actually uplift them. So until I can uplift the Wizards, I'm putting myself not me, the Wizards fandom side of me in the doghouse. Why are you cheering?
You know, Joe has been on us about us dogging our team so much, but Joe Joe, you understand.
Don't know my pain.
You maybe you don't know this pain because you haven't seen your team win a championship. So maybe you don't know this pain. But to be great one season and to be bad the next is not a good feeling.
At all.
We were the number 1 seed last year in the East, and now we're in the play-in tournament. That's not Miami Heat basketball. But Pat Riley, you do this every single year. You win, then you suck the next year. Then you win, then you're terrible. Nah, I don't. That's this up and down is not cool. So, come on. Hey,
Man,
Joe,
let's close this out, man.
I'm just being honest. I'm just
We got
being
a new,
honest.
we
We
got
can
a
talk
new segment coming for y'all.
but I'm just being honest. And until you win, you're not gonna really know what this feeling is. Y'all real good right now. I'm not bashing on the Kings. Y'all good. Light the beam, like you said. Y'all been playing well. But
Light the beam.
He here when he not here.
yeah, you're here, but you're not here. But that's the show today, pretty much, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on. Y'all been lighting that chat up. I appreciate y'all, Cardo, Javon, Kev, Blaze, Carl, Ty, all y'all. Joe, we appreciate y'all, man. AJ, we appreciate you for coming on the show. Everybody's been in the comments. Y'all help out a lot, man. We appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. We definitely got to make sure we the lights keep going up. Share this with somebody that you know. These videos will be broken down into segments. Today was a really great show. The energy was there. Like I said, man, today was a really good day. I ate good. Now I'm gonna sleep good. So
There we go.
that's how we do it. So final words. All I gotta say is, Duke, let's win this tournament, man. Let's win this tournament. That's what we got to do. We gotta do this, man. You gotta ball out. We can't just sweep North Carolina and say you're done something and put them in the doghouse, and then we lose in the first or second round of the tournament. We gotta at least make it to the Final Four. So we have a good chance. We're in a good region. It's not easy, but it ain't hard either. So let's do what we can to do that. San Fran, I see you making some moves. I see you saving some money, but we're losing players too. So can we kind of match what we're losing? Please, can we do that? Add to the O-line. I don't want it to just be Trent Williams in the O-line and Jake Brendel. So can we make some more moves, please? And maybe add another receiver if possible, and add another corner alongside Javarius Ward, and maybe go get a good safety. So let's see how it is. Our West Side's meeting too, so make sure you got that ready for me. I mean, we're still up 2-1 right now. Y'all got another game against us, so have that meeting shirt ready for me, and I'm gonna let you know what shirt I want to. So let's get it, man. What you got for your last words, Tomo?
Look, man, I'm taking the rest of the Wizard season, and I'm treating it like it's a roller coaster ride. I'm taking the Wizard season and this Cowboys off season just like a roller coaster ride. Once you strap in, you just gotta go where the ride takes you, man. So right now we on that climbing up phase, and we just waiting for the drop. And after the drop happens, and it's all downhill. I'm not in control of anything. The only thing I can control is my emotions. Okay, and you all can tell I've been talking to a therapist. Again, I just want to say, hey, man, shout out to everybody that's been supporting the show. We've been seeing the views go up. Like, everything's been going up. And again, none of this is possible without y'all. So we want to give y'all a big shout out. Dave, I know you got to say this before the show go off. You got to say something about Women's History Month. Like, we was in the chat talking about the Mystics. The WNBA is ramping up too. So
y'all see that in the background. That's what's going to be on the background for every show. It's Women's History Month. Let's make sure that we continue to give these women their praise that they deserve. They've been balling out, whether it's on the court or in our lives. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. So I want to give a special shout out to these people that I know personally. Afia, that's my vice president's daughter, Afia, Kyla, Miss Ruperta. I want to give a shout out to my sister. All the women in my life that I know, just know I appreciate you. Everything you do is great. Danny B, all y'all, well, look, we love you. We appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Now, you know I gotta shout the ladies out in my life too now, because nowadays they're gonna watch the show and be like, well, you ain't say nothing about us. So I'm gonna say shout out to all the women in my life as well, friends, family, loved ones. I know we gotta get out of here. That's why I'm gonna just keep it short.
Exactly. Friends, family, loved ones, acquaintances, co-workers. Look, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Let's get it. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.